the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind now I know where to go. Where do I go? But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. Yeah. I don't mind the path that I had to walk, and I don't mind all those words that I had to talk, and I don't mind all those flings that I had to fling, and some of those words I spoke I just had to sing. I just had to bring the best that I had to give, and being tested by these blessings that I had to live, changing dressings on the scars that I had within. It's a daily operation, you just gotta grin before it gets too grim and life pins you in. You gotta think like a shark and show your fins, whether alone in the dark or with an audience. Believe you're the hottest commodity since the iPhone lobotomy. You follow me? I'm hoping probably. I'm talking openly and don't know where the road could be. The crosshairs, the red dot, or the poison drip. So take a message from this song, is all I have to give. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. They leave you in the rain, then hang you out to dry. I wonder how so many people get by. And then one day you wake up and start to realize that anyone you know could be called up at any time. Can't press rewind, can't flip the tape, so might as well not live in the past and dwell on hate. People talk strange shit to get to the gate, and if you know me well, you know I call them doors of fate. I take what I need, but not too much. I never open the door if the handle was hot to the touch. You gotta find an alternate way out of the flames. They want you in the spotlight, they want you just to take the blame. But all the same, it's like a wheel with these fucking hipsters. Instead of more rappers, we could use more active listeners. But I don't mind that a lot of things are actually happening, cause I'm a music slave and this is what I'm coming strapped with. Cause I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain.
Eat your vegetables!
One last drink and I'll be gone. Make it count with the flash on. Never really felt like I belong, so I'll be on my way and I won't be long. I'll be dead by dawn. 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 Scrolling through my texts, shit I left unread.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monday night. It is Monday, June 10th, actually, 2024. It is the Indoor Farmer episode 138, guys. Bring them on in. Already 30 people in the house, besides Rumble. I should go check on our Rumblers. Guys, it's going to be a fun one. I actually have a lot of good stuff to show you, and we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff too. And we got, of course, Siir SteveO with us here. What's up, SteveO? How are you doing, man?
Doing great, man. It's been a great week, bro.
I didn't have this open yet, but I do like to, now that I can check out our Rumble friends over here. Timothy already hanging out over there. Cheers. Actually, that's the wrong. Are we live on Rumble? What happened? Okay.
Huh.
It's okay. It's the app has changed a little bit. But yeah. So there we are. I see it. Guys, there's a lot going on here, but I've also got a lot done. I've got some success stories this week, which is good. A lot of spring cleaning I'm doing here, and it feels good. You know, I've been in kind of a funk where I feel like I can't get enough sleep, you know?
Yeah.
But just sometimes just getting up and fighting through it through the day and then having a good night's sleep the next day is the best way to recover. People think, I'm going to take a nap all day. I didn't take a nap today. I've been up since 7, which is unusual for me since we do a late night show, you know? So it's actually been really productive. Now, I'll be honest, we talked about it. I think I might have talked about it with you, but you guys out there, you all know that energy that you get, that motivation that you get when you know you got people coming in from out of town. Yes. You got guests, new guests, people have never been to your home, things like that. It's so it's going to be fun. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm trying to prepare for the hope for the best, prepare for the worst. You know, it could end up, you know, a lot of people here. I don't know. It could just be a couple people. I don't know. So it's going to be fun. But we'll keep you guys updated on that. What's up, everybody? I see a lot of people.
Fun the other night watching your live. I at first I thought it was your live, and then I started noticing that you had like all these different artists up, and then I'm wait. Oh no, I see where he is. You were on Daz's show.
Yes, right? The late night tip tour, they call it.
Yes. And I literally was glued. I listened and laughed so hard. They were so funny. And Milk was hilarious. I mean,
They have an interesting dynamic, don't they?
I had a good time. And, I see what they're doing. And, I think it's fun. You know, I'm not a rap music fan to say, but at the same time, it's like, I like to see when people are coming up. I like to root for the little guy, man. If to say that, you know, I'm
yeah, no, it is. It's still a real thing, but it's at the same time. We can relate a little bit in the whole in the sense of trying to grow a following. I hate to say whether influencer or performer or whatever you're doing, but trying to grow a following, there are these like levels where everyone around you sort of looks at you like you've already made it when you actually there's like, you know, there's a whole lot more to go. And so it can be a struggle. So it's going to be interesting for sure. It's going to be interesting to see how all this stuff works that I've got hooked up now.
I was going to say the number one piece of advice I could give you, Waylon, is to worry about nothing else at all except for sound check. Make sure that everything is working. You know what I mean? That's it. Other than that, let it go. Just let it.
If you can hear me now, I think I'm okay. I figured it out. I'm back in the headphones, but it's okay. The headphones can be nice too for a lot of reasons. So actually,
great.
I don't think I downloaded my pictures from the Google Drive real quick. Let me do that. I do have some water here, and actually last week I took a water sample to pet store, and they're supposed to be able to do a more extensive check, right? And what in the heck? It says no results found. I know I put some things in there. Okay. It's going to be interesting. Oh man. Okay. I might have to sign into my other
Oh, okay.
manager Google
Yeah.
account.
Thanks for the tags, everybody. We see
Or
you
no,
in
we'll
the
just. I have a new phone, and for some reason, I don't know how to find the files that I just uploaded. It's great. Oh, I see. There we go. I think I figured it out. All right, we'll get that uploading while I check this out. Because so what happened at the pet store? They just pulled out this little test strip like I have here in the the test strips that you can buy.
Yeah.
And no offense to the guy, he definitely wasn't a fish expert. And they found a couple things. Now, some of you have been hearing me, and I know you have, Steve-O, doing the pH check every week. Even when I've been putting pH down in there, we've still been, it's been, I don't think getting below 7 is actually been normal. And so I went there, and they said it was at 6.3 pH.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, okay, well, maybe the pH down I've been putting in has been working. Well, then they also said my alkalinity was zero alkalinity, which they said was bad. And they said they didn't know what to do about it or what to put in it. And so they were sitting there Googling it. And I'm like, well, I could Google it at home to find out. That's why I came here to maybe find experts, or at least someone a little more knowledgeable. So in other words, the strips that they brought out, not in other words, but also in addition to the strips they brought out only had 6 or 8 things that it checks. I have some strips here that check 25 things, and there's 3 unopened packs of strips in this bottle, one that's already open. I'm gonna say I'm gonna just not trust that because it's been a little while, and we're gonna try it with the test strips. Because what I did was they found out that baking soda can help your alkalinity, but that also messes with your pH a little bit. And so since I put a little baking soda in there, I have not been adding any more pH down since their test showing that my pH was low. pH was okay for, in their eyes for fish, but not for me because I need it for the plants. But having no alkalinity is not good either for plants. So I'm going to use a 25. Am I fuzzy to you?
Yes, your picture's fuzzy. I keep expecting it just to go away, No,
Well,
that didn't help.
Weird.
Well, it helped a little bit. It's like your internet is slow. You're kind of.
Well, it is actually. I see that now. Let me see if I can shut something off. Maybe. I've got too many things taxing it, I guess. My son's watching, a movie upstairs on it, so that's got to be part of it. I'm supposed to have business class, unlimited internet and all that stuff, but hey, you still got to deal with what looks like 1998 on the screen. On one screen, I look clear. The other screen, I look like 1998 easily. All right, so I'm going to do this test strip anyway. Just kind of swirl it around a little bit. What is up, everybody? Sorry, we're not, we'll get to the comments here in a little bit. Please, if you have a question or a comment about what we are showing or talking about, write it down. If we haven't answered it, and make sure that we get to you. Okay.
I'm very interested in this.
So, have you ever used the test strips?
Yes.
You use these, right? Because I know you have a Blue Lab as well.
Yeah. I've used litmus paper.
And I don't know which one's better. Yeah. I mean, it's to be honest, like I think it's kind of 6 1 half dozen the other, whichever one you trust more. I don't know. All right. Okay. Now I got my pictures at least correctly. All right. So we're looking at pH first, and this is all by like general look. And to me, it looks like it definitely is between 6 and 6.5, or right around 6.5 at the most. So it is actually lower, and I haven't added any more pH down, which is good. Maybe I did get more algae eaters and other. There's a lot of snails in there too. Like, I don't know, some of the biology in there can be helping as well. Let's see. Hardness looking like that's weird. Okay. Yeah, it shouldn't be hard at all. So it's around 25, which is soft. Let's see. Hydrogen sulfide, 0. Iron, 0, which is not good. Copper is almost 0. So like a lot of my minerals are depleted. I've been adding I'll get the bottle in a second, but I thought it was giving trace minerals and microbial bacteria, but maybe it's not enough. So it looks like copper might be just a little above 0. Lead is closer to, it's like 2 blocks in. It seems okay. It's supposed to be pretty low. Magnesium is 0, which is supposed to be okay. It's in the green. It's in the okay. Now this is testing for your aquarium water, not for the plants. So of course we know plants need some magnesium, right?
Mm-hmm.
That could be what's happening to that cannabis plant that's in there. It's missing all of its minerals. Total chlorine, pretty low. Yeah, pretty low. I could spray it. I could do a FOOP mist spray on it. Man, why am I still? It's still low. Its connectivity is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging in your router. I'm plugged in. Thank you. Yeah, it must be my internet. It'll catch up. Yeah, I saw him over on the X. He was one of the first commenters. Thanks, brother.
Nice.
Okay, I'll keep reading it. If you guys can hear me, the video will clear up here pretty soon. Looks like mercury is at 0, which is supposed to be okay. These are all things not plant related. So nitrites are actually pretty. That's funny. Nitrites and nitrates are showing a color that's not even on the strip. Like there must be just way too many. That can be part of it. But I have a lot of plants growing in there. Theoretically, they should be absorbing that out, but maybe it's just not enough. But the strip goes from white to pink to more of like a purplish pink. But the color on my strip is brown, like not dark brown. It's like a tan brown. It's funny. And then the next one is sulfates, looking good there, around 0 to 200. Says good. Zinc is the next one. That one is looking okay. Yeah, it's more around the 0 to 5. Fluoride is next. It looks like it's lower than 0 because I use RO water, so it's pretty empty of that kind of stuff. Sodium chloride is pretty empty as well. Let's see, total alkalinity. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's yellow and blue. It looks like I'm pregnant or something. There's a blue like in the middle and yellow, like, so the square of it is yellow, and then there's this blue strip in the center. That's weird. That's not really. Recommended ranges are based on EPA drinking water standards. So they're taking like a clean, clear drinking water. And that's your sort of test or your, what do you call it?
Measuring stick. Yep.
Your control. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Oh, yeah.
The control in the experiment and such. All right. So I'm going to read with my pH meter now as well because we did that recalibration last week. Steve, will keep me apprised if there's any comments, asking questions, if you don't mind, brother.
Well, yeah. It says Gilo says you're alkaline? Question mark.
The alkalinity, yeah.
Alkalinity.
It says total alkalinity, and at the store they said 0, but now I can't really tell. It's got yellow and blue. I mean, I could pull up my microscope, I guess, to show you guys if I wanted to zoom it in, but I'm not sure what to do about that one. I can tell though that I need some trace minerals. I need something more than whatever that bottle of gobbledygook is that I'm putting in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This one in the air, it reads 7.6. We did recalibrate it last week, so okay. I don't know what it says. 8.3. 8.3. I do not know what to make of it, man.
I know this is very misleading off of the pen because your strips, I doubt they're wrong. You know what I mean?
You think the strips are more? Yeah, let's hear from everybody out there. You guys comment below if you think the strips or the electric pH meter is more accurate. As long as the meter is calibrated correctly, I could always leave room for that error. It's down to 7.9, so maybe I think the strip is off by like 1 point. I think there's a difference in what my meter is reading.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you it'll go down to about 7.5 because the strip is saying about 6.5. What did I store the pH meter in, Joe? So I put it back in the cap, and I make sure there is a little bit of tap water. I make like when I rinse it out, that bit of tap water that's all over the tip and stuff, I put all that into the tip, into the cover or whatever, and that is what I read. It says do not use RO water. It says that you have to keep it a little bit wet. Yeah, down to 7.7. I think it's not going to go much further. It's going pretty slow. I think maybe 7.3 at most. Oh, yeah, that should have worked. Yeah, and we calibrated it last week with the 4.0 and the 7.0.
Yeah.
You trust the strips more, Bradley? Okay. Cheers, Chance. Your audio sounds like you're using auto-tune. I am. SteveO can't hear that. It's like a it's a faint auto. I can't. I'll just take it off.
Come on, give me a roll. Give me a good one. Yeah.
Well, I'll try. Let's see. Put it back on.
Yeah, try it in that voice.
Oh, and and the home of the brave. Did it
Play
sound
ball.
in tune?
Pretty close.
Some apple fritters, Joe? Heck yeah, man. Yeah. Actually, the other day, I was listening to someone sing the national anthem, and I was like, you know what? This might be one song I could sing all the way through and not forget the words.
Yeah, I mean, I know the words, but it wouldn't sound very good if I sang it.
Well, I actually think I have pretty good, I think I have good tune. It's just that I can't ever remember the words, so I get all up in my head about it when I try to sing something. All right, so we're sitting at 7.7. It's not going to go any lower, it looks like. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I guess the strips are probably more accurate, but it says the strips are telling me I'm okay on pH. In fact, maybe a little bit low even for plants. So
just a little bit, but it's been misleading this whole time because I've always assumed that your problem with plants were your high pH, and now not be the case at all. It sounds
Well,
like
'cause you
it's your
think-
algorithm and your mineral
Yeah.
content.
Yes, definitely minerals is a known issue with aquaponics, and it's something that people will put. I don't know if I want to say artificial, but like they will use additives to add to get iron back in there, and I want to do it in a more natural way. I might not be able to do it yet. I'm probably going to have to get some additives, but I know there are things like a big chunk of iron, or different rocks with minerals, like the way that nature does, like with a little stream or a river, the water is running over those rocks nonstop, and it's remineralizing everything. And I know that with aquaponics, there's got to be a way to do that because you have water cycling, so you could easily add in like a little, I don't know, I imagine like a little mini river, you know what I mean, like with rocks and stuff, and I could put it in the way, and the water just kind of runs through it.
Collins,
hopefully.
Can you get a lava rock filter for your tank?
I don't know what that is. You mean using the rocks? I know the lava rock is used as a grow medium a lot of times for aquaponics. Oh, we're down to 7.6. It's going to shut off though, so probably the max there. All right, let's see if these downloaded all right.
I think from what he's explaining here that it must be a filter that uses lava rock instead of charcoal. And that could add some minerals, maybe.
Yeah. So instead of trying to filter out the good stuff, it's more or less adding to. Interesting.
At the same time as it filters. Yeah.
Okay. Let me get my.
Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate it. Liked and shared on Rumble and Facebook, she said. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Appreciate it, guys. Make sure you go get your number on the locals number post, and also make sure you get in on that giveaway, the RO system. I know some people, if you haven't gotten a number, it's because I'm hoping that you'll just reread the rules
right.
and try again. But for the most part, everybody's gotten one so far. Yeah, get in on this. It's going to be, I don't know, I might wait another week or two just because it seems to be hard to get seen out there by people that might actually, need it. So we're going to try to get it out there as much as possible. Let me pull this picture, this little video up. I meant to start the show with it. I meant to start the show with this instead of with us.
Awesome.
No, you know what? You're not going to be able to hear it. I'll have to share that in specifically. Was it? Let's see. Yes. Okay. This is what the show should have started with.
This is me, the indoor farmer, and we're gonna get the Smurfs Village party.
I'll play it one more time so you hear the first part. He said it a few times. I told him to repeat it so I could record it. Here we go.
Hello guys, it's me, the indoor farmer, and we're gonna get the Smurfs Village party.
I couldn't stop playing that over and over.
I bet. That is great.
All right. Let's see. What do we got? Yes, basil harvest, guys. That basil was getting way out of control. Way out of control. And this should not be the next video, but that's okay. Pretty sure I did one without the. Yeah, I had my son, kind of keeping him entertained while I'm washing and hanging basil. Ooh, I like this transition. I was wondering how much of the walking around with the camera you're going to see, and you didn't see any. You didn't really see me carry it at all. It was like, boom. It was like transition without me having to cut the video.
Yeah.
It was really actually kind of cool. Let me try this again. It's only 30 seconds. Let's watch it again. So I didn't take all the basil. I took all the basil that was like too tall or too like hanging off to the side. Like, look at the big old bushels that I'm taking out of there.
Oh, yeah.
and I take it over to the wash area and I rinse it off with RO water. It's right out of my pressurized tank. You just turn it on just a little bit, and it makes it kind of a sprayer versus a little trickle coming out. And then I'm hanging it over my worm bin. Got the worms and those 2 little fans around there. Those 2 fans have no cover over them. I got to be careful around those fans.
Oh yeah.
There it is. I'm actually getting a lot less worried about cutting the branches separately. I'm like cutting big chunks and just going, all right, boom, wash it off, dry it. I'm probably going to, as I dry it off, and I'll show you guys a portion that's already ready to put into shakers. I just have to take all the leaves off the branches, crush them up, grind them up, put them into shakers. And then I'm probably going to just send them out with swag packs to you guys for a while. Send out Maccabee's herb out to you guys.
Hell yeah.
I mean, some pretty healthy stuff there. There's some stuff that's like the stuff that turns brown because it gets too close to the light and gets kind of burned. I usually take that out, but just a little regular video. Dripping out onto the wormies, getting them some good stuff. You got your hair stuck in a fan, Joe? Oh my God.
Oh, that would not be fun.
Ooh. 44 people over on the X already, guys. Cheers. Plus 8 on the Rumble and 10 on my page. What's happening? Make sure you hit that like button if you guys want to go join everyone over on X. That's where the looks like where the party's at. Okay, so here's I got a new dehumidifier, so I have 2 now, one on each side of the basement. The basement takes water in sometimes. Plus, I've had issues with mold. Plus, these microgreens had some molds that what I've been doing is hitting them with Prime Superior during their dark cycles, and that's not great because it's kind of keeping them a little extra moist, if you will. So I added 2 fans. So this fan here, and there's a fan over to the side. That fan back there is blowing towards the microgreens. This fan in front is blowing out of the area. And then plus you have the dehumidifier now, which actually has a pretty good fan on it. And so these were the original original sweet peas cut from a few weeks ago. I did get them to grow and come back. And they, if you guys don't know the story with these, I accidentally forgot to put them in the right kind of tray. So I have to water them directly, and that's not good for these. They're staying too wet. But everything else, though, I'm spraying down with Prime Superior when it's dark, and then I give them some water underneath. And then, of course, the peas that I grew without any grow medium. So those are going crazy. Obviously, they are actually past what you would call a microgreen. So they're no longer microgreens. They're still edible, as far as I know. I've been eating them, throwing them on sandwiches and such. But that's definitely not a microgreen anymore. I might try to get them to make some seeds. Get some seeds for next time. Would be cool.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's
sustainable. Yeah.
Well, that's the problem, is that I'm worried about having to buy more seeds a lot with the with microgreens. That's an issue because you got to use a lot in the tray. You kind of have to do pour a whole bunch in and then spread them around. You rinse that off. So here's what they look like without the lights on. A little easier to see.
Yeah, the color. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see how these trays aren't really that filled in and stuff. They might be able to get some seeds out of them. Got some arugula, some broccoli, and some radish. And then you got the sweet peas, of course. Sweet peas are going pretty crazy. Even with a little bit of that mold issue, some of those seeds had molded, and I'm just keeping them hit with the Prime every day, and seems to be keeping them happy. another zoomed out picture. And I think that's all I got, actually. What's up, Cindy? Cullen says, here's what I just got from Google about your lava filter I recommended. Okay. Is lava rock good for an aquarium filter? Within the anaerobic environment inside the rock, denitrifier bacteria.
Yeah.
Denitrifying bacteria consume the nitrate and product oxygen and nitrogen. We all know how nitrate in the aquarium is bad news for fish and shrimp, so lava rock really is the most natural and best way to removing nitrate. Okay. So, I mean, don't plants, I know plants love Brondo, but don't they love nitrates too? Just got home from work. Cindy, hope you had a good day. Well, yeah, what's up, man? Cheers. That's interesting though, Cullen, because I'm sitting here thinking that my plants are doing that job. That's part of the aquaponics, system, is that the plants will do the clean the water back out and start give the fish clean water again, nitrite free. Interesting. I'm gonna have to figure that out, because some lava rock wouldn't hurt. I don't want it to take out all the nitrites and nitrates. Obviously, I need those, but I don't need a lot. I don't need all of it. And me cutting down the basil is going to help. The potatoes, I don't think I got a shot of the potatoes this week. Well, except for the little video in the beginning. They are dying off, which is a good sign. That means it's starting to happen. It's starting to get close to harvest. I don't know what's going to happen. That's going to be insane when we get to that point. The sweet potatoes are still growing. I think they take longer, so I'm just going to sort of carefully dig out potatoes I find. I don't know.
All right.
I'm just going to, as long as I can get a few out of it. I know I'll get more than that, but all I really need is a few to try it again and do somewhere else,
Uh-huh.
I need to do it separately though. I tried it together and I don't like it. It's too much going on there. It's hard to deal with, hard to get in there. Doing well, William. How are you?
Yeah, they're definitely.
Yeah. You're right, Cullen, and that is a thought. I'm wondering how fast or how much it would affect. So I'll have to look into it. That might be a good answer, but it's not my only problem though. So I'm thinking, if the plants don't have the minerals they need to uptake the nitrites and nitrates, then that could be what's happening. There's a slowdown on the whole process, because the plants are not, between pH and not having trace minerals. It could be a combination issue. So anyway, I am going to go rinse this off. 67 people in the house. I don't know. I can't see your Rumble, but cheers, everybody. Got 56 followers on Kick now. So shouts out to Kick. I don't know. I'm just going to keep working on it. It might do something. It might not. I need to rinse this off, but let's move on to the next segment. If we get time, maybe we'll do like a little live walkthrough or something. But yeah, heck yeah, guys. You know what time it is. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button and share us out with your friends. I'll probably do a wheel, at least a number wheel tonight, a little bit later on. I appreciate you guys for coming in tonight. Let's go.
that's a jamming tune, though, ain't it? I
I'll be
tell
right
you.
back.
Thanks, man. It gets me excited every time I hear it. Then I know it's the time for the certified segment. Monday, June 10th. It's the Indoor Farmer, and I'm Siir SteveO, and I've got some good stuff for you. I'll start off right away. Go ahead and let's see if I can make that full screen first. Let's see. Is there a way? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. No. No. Looks like that's the way it wants to play. So anyway, we've got for your certified segment this week. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this video playing. If it would quit screwing around, I mean, there we go. Turn the sound off now. Okay, there we go, everybody. Basically, what I've got here is I'm checking on the little tent, checking on those autoflowers, baby, and Nancy's grimy bubble gum. 2 out of 3 are definitely sticking above soil right now. All 3 of them popped with tails, so I'm just waiting on them to come up. I'm just giving them a little bit of a spritz. Nothing major, you know. So
Misting, maybe.
definitely, yeah, giving it a miss. You know, Nancy recommends to water more around the when they're baby like this, to kind of water the middle of the plant instead of watering right onto the seed, and it'll stretch those roots out quicker than you think. So I give it a little spritz just because it just looks too dry to me to expect those little roots to go too far. And then I did exactly as she said. So I'm following directions on that front. But the rest of this is, this video here is just some watering that I'm doing, a little bit of light pruning, and just basically taking care of them. I'm only giving water right now about every 2 to 3 days on these 1 gallon indoor plants that I have. The way I tell whether they need to be watered is by picking them up and feeling how heavy they are. And also, I don't like the sides of the pot to get crusty. I like it to still, have a tad bit of moisture and just starting to dry out the top. And then I'll go ahead and give it another water. And that seems to have been successful. Now, this time around, they get FOOP. Shout out to FOOP Nutrients. And one of our sponsors at GrowFam. And it's definitely been working well for me. I've had 0 issues. I enjoy mixing it, actually, because it does not affect the pH of the water that much. In fact, I'm going to do an experiment the next time. I'm going to pH the water, then I'm going to just add FOOP and see how far off the pH is after adding it. It seems to be very neutral, so I haven't had any issues with it. So, and check out the shirt I'm wearing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just said, hey, Jenny. She said hi.
Oh, well, check out the shirt I'm wearing. That is the Master Rochi shirt that supports the marijuana maintenance program, a friend of the Indoor Farmer Show as well. And it not only supports Master Rochi, but it supports the marijuana maintenance program. So try to get one of these shirts.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, all my girls are looking good. In fact, I'm giving away 2 of them to 2 of Kelly's friends because I've just got too many, especially with adding those autoflowers. I was just so jumpy. I just felt like, man, I just need to try to grow these autoflowers out. And they should harvest in July. So at least I'm going to have some fun with some buds a little bit sooner than October, when the real work begins.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that you can kind of stagger them because of that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Definitely. I think that's been a good thing. But, the garden's going well. The tower garden is going extremely well. As a matter of fact, look for a feature soon I'm
Yeah.
going to be doing on the tower garden. We're going to bring it inside. We're going to get the lights set up and everything, and get the cage on and everything, and let everybody see what it's all about. I'm going to show you footage of setting it up and how easy it is, and it should be a good time. I think you guys will like it. What do you think,
I'll
Lynn?
have a good time. Should I put? Oh, the auto tune's still on. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I sound super smooth.
Yeah, William, big time trim jail come October. We're all going to be complaining about it. But yeah, make sure you shake up your nutrients, even if they were pre-mixed, right before you water. I tell you, I love this new sprayer. I know I showed it to you last week, Waylon, and I love it. In fact,
They would make a lot easier. Yeah.
well, what I've been doing is I fill it up, and for the outdoor plants, I use the dechlorinated water that I make with the bubbler, and then I pH everything, make the nutrients upstairs, and then I carry that 2-gallon sprayer all the way downstairs and outside. So I ordered a second one, and I'm going to have one downstairs as well. Then I can just swap them back and forth every few days. When my son comes over, I'll just be like, here, carry this down and swap it out for me.
Pressurized tank and then a long hose, and then not a hose, but like a long tube.
Yeah.
And you can just hang it out the window when it's time to water.
Yeah, I could just put a basket outside the window and lower it down.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I wish it were that easy, I tell you. But because I don't give the outdoor plants hose water either, because it's chlorine water, and you treat the outdoor plants the same you would your indoor plants, or at least the best you can, if not better, because you're trying to fight pests outside too. Shout out to Prime Superior for protecting my plants outside. Appreciate it.
Well, I'm sorry. When I said hose, though, I didn't. I don't mean like your house. I mean like from the RO system. So if you had I have this pressurized tank. It's a 6-gallon tank that you hook up to the RO system. It just takes air inside of it, like an air pressurized tank. Mm-hmm. And so you pump it over there, and I've never had to mess with it since. And it fills up slowly from the RO system. And then you have 6 gallons of basically pressure like you would from a hose. And like I was just washing off the basil with it and stuff. You get a little bit of like, if you just turn it on just a teeny bit, you get like that pressure. Like if you put your thumb on your hose, and get the higher pressure. Anyway, I just was imagining you have an RO system. Maybe we'll manifest it. And then
number 11, baby.
Right. and then you could just use it, throughout the house like I do. I stretch a little bits of that tube everywhere, and you don't have to fill up pumps or anything.
Yeah. That's great. That's exactly the plan too. I'm going to put it under my bathroom sink. That way I can even run the hose out, fill my jugs, run it right through the sink water. And that's just going to be real nice. If it's clean enough and it's tasty enough, the RO water, which I'm a little picky, I may quit buying bottled water too to drink. But in theory, I should have perfectly wonderfully tasted water directly out of the RO system. So we'll see. I've never had an RO system before, but I tell you, I need one. That's for sure. It'll save me lots of time. I used to order 5-gallon jugs of water for the house for my water cooler, and I would order a couple extra spring water for my plants. And I added up what that costed me throughout a grow, and I was like, no, I don't think so. At $8 for a 5-gallon, and I'd go through a couple every 2 weeks, it would get expensive, It
definitely does.
Yeah. RV water dispensers can hang from the tent and have a built-in pump. You just run a tube. Oh, thanks, Colin. That's good advice too. But yeah, so, the watering went well. I haven't had any issues. Maybe the fan blows a little too hard. so I moved it over to the corner here at the end of the video. But yeah, it actually worked out real well. In fact, let me see here. I got another video to show you that's only like 3 or 4 minutes too. Yeah, here we go. This is how I moved it. I just gave it a rock, man. Moved it all the way back in the corner. That seemed to slow it down a little bit. Boom, there you go. So there you have it. You know,
Looks good, man.
watering takes a minute, man. Those are only 1 gallon pots, and I spent 15, 20 minutes watering those little guys because I just go nice and slow with the mist. You water pretty slow too, don't you, Will?
Now I do.
Yeah, so I thought.
It took me a while now to get there, but I
Mhm.
got sprayer. Excuse me, I got sprayer, but I also now use the RO system for it. So,
So, oh, you hear this kid? Is you hear him?
oh yeah,
But yeah, you know, right after I got home from visiting you down there, Waylon, when I got home, we had a huge outbreak. And remember how I told you I could barely hear them at home? Well, that's changed, as you can tell.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're really
I've had
screaming.
them land on me a bunch. I had one land on my
Oh,
back when I was mowing, and I had my shirt off, and it landed on my back, and I whipped my arm up so fast to try to get him off of my back, and it's my shoulder that's got a pinched nerve in it,
wow.
and ooh, that did not feel good. It was like I felt like my arm was rubber as soon as when I flipped it up there. You know, it was crazy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I went out there this morning and the wind had blown over one of the little guys, but it didn't get hurt. It was just a little flat, you know, where it
Mm-hmm.
probably had been laying there over the night. But nice little water, and she's standing up nice and pretty right now. But yeah, so these are the outdoor. They're actually just a hair bigger than the indoor plants, but they're getting that outdoor sun too, and they're loving it. But I did a little bit of lollipop in there at the bottom, but not much. I'm going to stress train it, so you know I don't mind having it be a little bushy on the bottom because I'll bend those babies out. I'm at about the 6th or 7th node on most of these, so I am going to start topping and doing some training on them. Yeah, see, you pick it up and you feel how heavy it is, and you can tell whether it's got enough water in it or not because it'll get heavy once it's full. But I like to do them nice and slow. So,
And the reason that you can tell that is because you have been handling these plants throughout. So if someone came to your house, you had a guest over and they picked it up, they may not be able to tell unless it was very, very light, you know, like an obvious difference. But you can tell because you have been handling these plants as they grow, and you know,
right.
it's like you develop a sort of a sixth sense, a connection that you can kind of tell.
Well, you see what's going on behind the watering can there. That is actually a cornhole board set that someone had made us, and now it's all warped and stuff because it was just plywood and stuff. But I'm flipping those over on that table, and we're making little flower beds out of it. We're going to repurpose.
Nice.
I figured you'd like that, Waylon.
And there you go.
Oh yeah, man.
Flower bed.
Yeah, and we're going to grow the tomatoes and the strawberries and possibly some raspberries in there too. So
It's hard to limit yourself too. You're like, I want to grow all this stuff in there, but then you have to remember that it gets bigger, and then you know it has to have room.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of that video too. So, but yeah, everything's just basically now it's just repetition. You know, doing the same thing every day. You know, going in, checking them, making sure they don't need or do need water. Making sure that your pH is right when you water is the big ticket item. I recommend 5.8. That's what I put it at. I try to dial it in to exactly 5.8 if I can. And, I've had no issues whatsoever. Every time I water, I see a response out of the plants the next day. So I know that it's taking up all those nutrients that I'm giving it. And I've got the BioLive in the soil. So I've already got fertilizer in there as well. And it's getting the food every other time. I only give FOOP every other water. I give it just regular pH water at 5.8. But every other one, it gets base A and base B nutrients, or not. They call it Veg 1 and Veg 2 is what they call it. But yeah, had no problems.
Well, I got to be honest. I am not feeling well. All of a sudden,
Oh,
shit, not good. So I don't know. I might have to call it soon, or you can hang out for a while if you'd like to, man. But
okay, I understand completely.
I hit this bowl a couple times, and it seems to be a little bit better. But man, I'm getting a migraine. I took medicine already, but it's not. It's like getting worse.
Oh shit, that's
What's
too
this?
bad.
What is that, Joe?
Looks like a tree.
Something like that. Yeah, I may just do a spin tomorrow, guys. No big deal.
Sure.
What's up, Charlene? I see Charlene popped through.
Oh, good.
Mr. Burns popped through. Karina. A lot of friends stopped through. Appreciate you guys.
Oh, it's a peacock, Joe says. It's a
peacock. Okay, so you showed us your peacock. I get it.
Yeah. Thanks, Joe.
I've probably been going at it too hard all day. A lot of like dusting and cleaning, and my nose has just been crazy.
Well, and then you got up so early, and you've been fighting a nap all day, and being tired will do that to you.
Yeah, I really think it's all the allergens I've been dealing with all day.
Yeah.
Opening old boxes and throwing stuff away is just crazy.
Yeah, today I completely, with Kelly, we cleaned and rearranged my office, brought in a microwave cart to put my microwave and coffee pot on instead of being on two separate things, and consolidated, got everything spotless in here, and I even got all my Grow Fam stuff super organized, so I just kind of know exactly if I'm doing a Grow Fam box, boom, 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 here's my stuff. If I'm doing seeds, I've got all my seeds all filed up and stuff, and it's like I got everything so organized now. It's going to make a big difference. It's exciting.
I actually got the swag packs filled.
Ah, good for you, man.
I got to get the USPS to cooperate, but yeah, we got a Tommy McKetta, Margaret Jett, Perry Wood, and William Falconer.
Nice.
So, guys, I don't know if I'll get there tomorrow. Especially now. But it's all coming soon. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get going, man. Not feeling so well. If you guys haven't yet, please hit the like button for us and come and check us out the rest of the week. We both do multiple shows, and we appreciate all your guys' support. If you haven't yet, get on that RO giveaway. It's for anybody, not just subscribers, but you do get additional spots if you're subscribed. So consider doing so. And I think that's it. Got anything, SteveO?
No, see everybody on Wednesday night for We Grow Wednesday, and see you on Thursday for Certified Turkey Thursdays as well.
All right. Yeah, guys, remember, even when you're not feeling well, every single person that lives has to eat, right? Have a good night.